ذكرنا بالحدث الأعظم واسمح لي أن آخذ قبسا من نور المبعوث الأكرم. علمنا في الهجرة درسا يهدينا لطريق أقوم. أقبل يا شهر محرم وابدأ من دار ابن الأرقم.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Jummah Mubarak to all of you and your loved ones, and especially our mothers and sisters who are viewing this live feed on ITV, coming directly to you from Masjid Abu Bakr Siddiq based in Erasmia. Before I call our esteemed speaker, let me just remind all the brothers and sisters and the viewers out there that there are certain events unfolding in the Middle East, more so with vis-a-vis Iran, and the role played by the so-called Muslim countries in enabling kufr to try and subjugate and obliterate Muslim countries. As Muslims, we have the duty to stand up and speak truth to power if needs be. And often we find that our ulama, representing us, the masses, are silent. And recently, we received the sad news of the passing of the martyr, Hafiz Muhammad Morsi, who was the legitimate president of Egypt, and he was overthrown illegally in a coup d'etat by the incumbent, the criminal Sisi and his gangsters. And it is a well-known fact that thousands of members of the Muslim Brotherhood are languishing in jail. They don't receive medical aid or medical assistance. And Morsi, Sheikh Mohammed Morsi, had a medical problem and he was refused medical assistance. Visitation rights were withheld and they were tortured. He spent 6 years in prison and he passed away. So inshallah, after the Jummah Salah, we'll be having a Salatul Janazah ul Ghaib for him, and to commemorate his legacy, and we'll ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to grant him Jannah and all the other martyrs that are paying such a huge price. And the irony is that we can expect this type of behavior from kufr. But here they are Muslims, the Saudis that are with the Yahudis, the Egyptians, the Emiratis, they're all ganging up. It's no longer a hidden secret, my brothers and sisters. It's now, if you read and if you see and if you appreciate the truth, you can see who's fooling who. So without further ado, let me now quickly take this opportunity to welcome on behalf of the Musallis and the Imams and the officials of Masjid Abu Bakr Siddiq, Ustad Hudayfa Al-Amriki, Amriki meaning USA from America. He holds a master's in Arabic and also a degree in microbiology and philosophy from Virginia State University. He's of course a TV and radio personality and internationally acclaimed da'i, now based in Riyadh, but he goes around all over the world spreading the message of the deen. We welcome Ustad Hudayfa.
I don't know what to say after that.
Let me put this on you as well.
Okay. So, all mic'd up.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm at 20 minutes.
Yes. Go to 5 plus, it's fine. On the board.
Okay. Interesting, people say such nice things about you. Most of it's not true. But we thank Allah for the intention. The Messenger of Allah, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said, "You shall not enter paradise until you believe, and you shall not believe until you love one another. Shall I not inform you of something that if you were to act upon it, and you will indeed achieve mutual love for one another?" Spread the salams. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Ya Ikhwan, I stand before you as what we call a reminder. I'm not here to teach anyone anything new, because our religion is a religion of reminding. So I'm here just to remind you, and more to remind myself, because my ears are closer to me than they are to you. I want to start off with a poem that I'm sure the young people probably ask themselves every day. It says, "Each day I wake up, and it's the same as it was before. And I can't help wondering if there is any more. Is there anything else after this? I want to know. Because if it is, Lord, I want to go." So many love life, but I can't say the same, because it hurts so much. Oh Lord, the pain. The question that I have, no one can tell me for sure. So I can't help wondering if there is any more. Any more to life than this, the questions, the tears. So please, I want something else, no more fears. There must be something else I need to know, because if it is, Lord, please, 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 I want to go. Ya Ikhwan, it is our duty, it is incumbent upon us to spread this deen to the people. It's a must for us to spread this deen to the people. This is not an Indian religion. It is not a Pakistani religion. It's not an Arab religion. It's not an Asian religion. It's a religion. It's a way of life. It's not even a religion. It's a way of life for all mankind. And it's up to each and every one of us to give out this message to the people. It's wajib upon you. It's a must on you. Even if you say, okay, it's not a thing about, oh, I'm not a Hafiz Quran, I'm not an alim. I'm not an alim either. But I'm going to try to tell someone something good, even if it's only one ayat. They say a drowning man will reach for a leaf. Yeah, if he's drowning, he'll reach for a leaf, yeah? Because he's trying to save his life. What do you think Bubba is going to say to Allah when he stands before Allah and he says, "Ya Allah, I knew this man 20 years. 20 years. He never told me nothing about Islam. He never told me nothing about Islam. It's his fault." And especially when Bubba looks behind him, he knows he's going to the hellfire. He's going to blame you. And who on that day wants someone to blame you? So please, if you know any non-Muslims, or if you know any Muslims who are right now having a problem with their Islam, be gentle with them, be kind with them, but remind them that this life is not forever. The shaitan, he's a liar, and we know he's a liar. And actually he's quite good at lying. Actually, he's very good at lying. And now, if I said, how many times do we live? I'm sure most of you will say, we only live once. That's a lie. That's a lie. You know, they be telling you, go ahead and jump out that airplane. You only live once. Go ahead and go up to the top of the mountain. You only live once. Go ahead and go diving with sharks. You only live once. 2, you only die once. You live twice. You only die once, but you live twice. We're here for a short time. How long you been here, Pop? How many years you been on this earth?
76.
76 years. Does it seem like 76 years? Not at all. Look at this Ramadan that just passed. Look at the Ramadan that just passed. Everybody I met said the Ramadan went by so fast. And before you know it, it's going to be Ramadan again. Time waits for no one. But the thing is, what are we preparing ourselves for the hereafter? How are we doing on our hereafter currency? On the hereafter currency. You may have bank here, but you ain't gonna take it with you when you go. They're gonna bring you over here, and they're gonna wash you, and they're gonna put a white cloth around you, and they're gonna take you and put you in the ground. So that beautiful house that you spent all that money on, it's gonna go to your kids, and they're gonna start fighting over it. That beautiful car you got, it's gonna go to your son or your daughter. That beautiful wife you have, and if she's really beautiful, she's gonna marry somebody else. All you have is what you did good on this earth. Yaquan, how's your hereafter currency? How you doing on your banking? How you doing on your finances now? I have some questions I'm going to ask. SubhanAllah. Only have 10 minutes left? Really? See how time goes by fast? See, look at that. I said, I wasn't joking, huh? SubhanAllah. Make sure I got... Yeah, okay, a few more minutes. I'm going to ask you some questions. And I want you to answer these questions in your heart. I want you to answer these questions in your heart. Question number 1. Why are you here? Why are you here on earth? And what are you doing every day? And where are you going? What do you think, little buddy? Why are you here? Don't answer. You think about it? You never thought about why you're here? Just your mom and daddy brought you here and that's it? How many questions in life, how many have you asked? Out of all the questions in your life, how many have you asked? How many have you answered? How many answers? How many unanswered questions? How do you fit into this world? How do you fit into this world? Are you making benefit? Just self-benefit? Are you benefiting others? How is, or what is the temptation of life? And there are many. And how many real things in life that you actually hold? What are you doing to prepare yourself for death? That's just something we never asked about, right? We don't never think about death. That's the other guy gonna die. not me. I'm gonna make this thing forever. What makes somebody cool? How is your relationship with your Creator? How are you getting along with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Are you remembering Him the way He should be remembered? Are you fearing Him the way He should be feared? With money, you can buy a bed, but you can't buy sleep. With money, you can buy a nice bathroom, but when you go in there, money can't help you do what you got to do. If we always tell the truth, we never have to worry about someone coming back telling us we're lies. But if we're always telling lies, the people will never believe us, even if we told the truth. Even if we told the truth. If we're known as liar, when you tell them the truth, they're not going to believe you. SubhanAllah, even if you're a truth teller, and they don't want to believe in you, they just don't. Proof in point. When the Prophet Muhammad received his revelation, and he called his family together, and he said, if I told you there's an army behind this hill, would you believe me? Yeah, of course we believe you, yeah, we believe you, yeah. Well, I've been sent with a message from Allah. Muhammad, why you want to talk this stuff? Allah understand. If I asked you now, how many of you love the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam? Yeah, I love him. I love him. Yeah, I love him. Yo, when the last time you read the Sirah? Sirah? Yeah, man, we did it when we were in elementary school. I read it. How you gonna love someone if you don't know him? How you gonna love someone if you don't know him? So you should be reading Quran, of course, but at least once a week, twice a week, you should be reading Sirah, so that you can understand this person that you say you love. And so that we can learn to love each other. I keep looking at this clock, watching my time, and it seems to be moving so fast. I think I have 4 more minutes. So I want to end with this hadith. It's a very beautiful, I love this hadith, it's so beautiful. And it's for all of us to understand. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's mercy is more than you can ever imagine. It's more than you can ever imagine. There is no sin that you can do. There's no sin that is bigger than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. None. O son of Adam, as long as you have hope in me and believe in me and you sin and ask for forgiveness, I shall forgive you. And I shall not mind. I will not mind. O son of Adam, were you to sin from the earth to the sky, anana sama, to the sky, if you were to sin up to the sky, how many sins is that? If you were to sin up to the sky and ask forgiveness of me, I would forgive you. O son of Adam, If you were to sin, an earth full of sins, subhanAllah, an earth full of sin, how many sins can we do? If we were to commit an earth full of sins, and if you were to turn to me and ask me for forgiveness, this is the note, this is the nukta. Associating no partners with me. Allah is one. He has no partners, he has no sons, he has no daughters, no sisters. He is Allah. And if you were to turn to me, not associating partners with me, I would grant you forgiveness nearly as great as it. Ya Ikhwan, we're not angels. We weren't born angels. We weren't born angels. How many of you love to breathe? Raise your hand. How many of you love to breathe? See, that's my American accent. I know you can't understand. How many of you love to breathe? Breathe. How many of you love to breathe? Raise your hand and show me. That's right. Well, as much as you love breathing, Allah loves to forgive. As much as you love breathing, Allah loves to forgive even more. He said that if you didn't ask him for forgiveness, he would wipe you out and bring another collection too of other human beings here, another servants here. So who are we? That the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ would ask for forgiveness more than 70 times a day. The man behind the camera saying the clock on the wall says that's all. And it's time for me to step down from here. But I hope that my message was clear and my voice was understood. Forgive my American accent, it came with my mother. I'm sorry. And let's hold on to this deen. Let's not despair. No matter what happens, don't ever despair. Don't let Shaitan, he's good at it. He is so good at it. Don't let him make you despair. Seek forgiveness if you need it. We always need it anyway. So seek Allah's forgiveness. And learn to pray for one another. As I promise, I will pray for you. Inshallah, when I get back to where I'm going, I will make dua for everyone here, inshallah. Of course, I don't know your faces and your names, but I do know this place that I was able to share some words with. So I thank you very much for allowing me the honor to stand before you to share some words. Truly, I'm not the best of you. I'm just one from you. And I asked Allah to have mercy upon me as I asked Allah to have mercy upon you. Subhanaka Allahumma wa bihamdika wa ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta wa astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
ذكرنا بالحدث الأعظم واسمح لي أن آخذ قبسا من نور المبعوث الأكرم. علمنا في الهجرة درسا يهدينا لطريق أقوم. أقبل يا